Hi, Yoav, and welcome to this week's Top 5 Security Facts. Russia and Syria held joint military drills in a show of force meant to show Moscow's influence in the Middle East, including flyovers of the Golan Heights, though they did stick to the Syrian side of the border. Russia's Ministry of Defense said that these flyovers would become regular events, raising concerns over crowded airspace when Israel is forced to strike Iranian weapons convoys moving through the region. Israel has maintained close lines of communication with Moscow during these strikes and is expected to increase talks as Russian pilots become a regular feature in the Golan. After decades of civil wars in South Sudan, international efforts are underway to clear untold numbers of mines and unexploded ordnance that could pose a threat for generations to come. In the village of Gondokoro, just a few miles from the capital of Juba, the United Nations Mine Action Service was active this week trying to clear the remnants of the war, where an uneasy ceasefire was only inked in 2020. The most recent bout of conflict, which began in 2013, is estimated to have killed nearly 400,000 people and featured atrocities such as attacks on civilian population centers, mass rapes, child soldiers, and ethnic cleansing. And the U.S. Coast Guard are searching for 38 missing people presumed dead after a human smuggler boat capsized off the Florida coast. A Good Samaritan reported a lone survivor clinging to the hull of the ship to local authorities who launched a search and rescue operation. The survivor said that he and 38 others had boarded in the Bahamas to illegally cross the U.S. border. Smugglers often try to take advantage of breaks in the winter storms to ferry migrants across the 50-mile gap from the Bahamas to Florida, and losses are very common in these overloaded boats. And celebrations in the streets of Burkina Faso in the aftermath of a military coup. Military forces seized the capital amidst growing discontent in the ranks as officers say the president hadn't done enough against the rising threat of Islamic terror in the African nation. Protesters and rioters have spent months demanding the president's resignation. Islamic militant attacks in Burkina Faso have killed more than 2,000 people since 2015. Burkina Faso represents the fourth coup in West Africa in just 17 months. And India celebrated its annual Republic Day with a military parade. An Air Force flyover included Rafale jets, transport planes, and helicopters, while the parade on the ground displayed a combination of military might and cultural diversity. Everything from armored vehicles, motorized artillery and missile platforms to camel-mounted regiments, all set to a marching band. The parade celebrates India adopting its national constitution and freedom from British rule in 1947. That's it for this week, but stay tuned for the top security news from all around the world.